What's good, guys? How's all doing? So, without wasting much of your time, today is Monday, and I want to break down this trade that I took today, which was a win. Today is Monday, so I took that trade on USDJPY. I saw the setup last week when the market closed. I saw the setup on USDJPY when the market closed, so I knew that by the opening of this market, something was going to happen. And the time that I took this trade, most of you or most of the people in Ghana were sleeping. Well, I took this trade around 12 a.m. 12 something a.m. there about Ghana time. So let me show you the trade. Let me go to my 4-hour chart. So on my 4-hour, last week, this was what I saw. I connected a trend line from this low to this low. Let me use my replay bar to. Okay, so last week this was where the market closed, and I was just waiting for price to market to open. Price will tap into my trend line, then I'll look for a buy opportunity. If you look here, you see that this is a breaker block. This was another block to the upside. Price came and broke it, so now it's a breaker block. So this was where I was looking out for. I was looking to buy USDJPY to this level. I didn't need much. I just needed to get perfect entry and buy to this level. So when the market closed, as you all can see, it was bullish. So around 12, I even forgot of this trade, but around 12 I woke up to backtest. So I was backtesting and it came into my mind. So I was backtesting gold. So it came into my mind. I just turned on to USDJPY. When I turned on, the trade was just on my trend line, my 1-hour trend line. So let me show you. And again, if you can see here, there's another block around this level. There's another block here that led to this push to the upside. This is the last candle that led to the push. So there's another block right here. So I just needed price to tap into my trend line, tap into the other block, then I look for entry confirmation. So let me show you where I saw the setup. The time I came to USDJPY, price was around this level. Let me play and add. Okay, price was around this level. Let me remove one bar. Okay, let me remove these ones. This was exactly where I saw the price. So immediately I saw this, I knew this was a good setup. I knew I was going to make something from this setup for sure. It was a good setup, but still you have to use risk management. So that's around 12 a.m. that I'm talking about. So I went to my 15-minute chart. Mostly I use a 15-minute and a 5-minute chart. So the 15-minute chart, this was what I was seeing. So already I knew that 5 minutes was going to give me an entry. I just knew that 5 minutes was going to give me an entry, and I was going to for 1:3. At this trade, I ended up picking 1:2. I'll give you the reason why I stopped at 1:2, but I still gave me 1:3. But I was no more in the market. So on my 5-minute chart, I normally look out for change of character. So let me show you. On my 15-minute chart, I saw this weak rejection from the other block. So I knew that, and from this trade rejection, from this trade weak rejection, you think that price is rejecting to go down, but that's not what it means. If you know and I've seen this for a couple of times. I know what I'm seeing. So on my 5-minute chart, let me show you. On my 5-minute chart, this is where I got in. Let me zoom out and you see. Let me zoom out. Let me use my replay bar too. So on my 5-minute chart, okay, this is where price was. So I really wanted price to break this previous, giving me a change of character in the lower time frame then, but I wanted price to break this level. But what happened was the next candle gave me the confirmation to enter. The next candle opened all the way and closed with a wick. This candle, you see, it opened, dropped all the way to the trend line and closed with a wick. So around this level I entered for long. I entered right here for my long position. my long position. I entered right here with my stop loss. Where was my stop loss? My stop loss was around here. My stop loss was below here. My stop loss was, but the reason why I went for 1 to 2 is, let me show you something here. If you can see here, I didn't pick the other block from the higher time frame. If not, I would have just set for 1 to 3. But around that time too, I was feeling sleepy, so I did something like this. This and other block price might reverse from this level, so I did something like this. As you can see, this 1 to 2, and I set a break-even alert around this level. So this was what I wanted to do. I was like, if price should tap into my break-even alert, if I see the reaction of price, then I might either extend my TP to my normal 1 to 3. This was what was in my mind. That's why I set it right here. So on my MT5, I set my take profit at this level, my stop loss here, everything. But I was just waiting to see price tap into my level. Then if I'll adjust it, because I was seeing this as a key level. But the reason was that I forgot to reflect, I forgot to go back to my 1 hour or my 15-minute chart to pick the other block from that level. So if you can see, as you can see where I drew my 15-minute, my 5-minute order block, and look at where the breaker block is. So I was expecting price to tap into the breaker block, but on my 5-minute chart I forgot to just drag it to the breaker block, and I didn't also mark the breaker block at that time, so it skipped my mind. So I just used the 15-minute order block, then I set at 1 to 2, so that if price should tap in, I'll see price action, then I'll adjust it to my normal 1 to 3. That's my minimum. So I set it right here, and around almost 1 o'clock it started raining here heavily. The wind was too much. They did lights out around 1 something. So because of the lights out, I was just sitting on my chair. I slept off. I woke up around, that was almost 4. That was around 4 a.m. When I woke up, price has already smashed my break even. It has smashed my take profit. And that was how I went, and I took the 1 to 2, and I was like, it's fine. That the lesson I learned was just put your minimum. I should have just kept my minimum risk to the wall, which is 1 to 3. I should have just kept it at 1 to 3, but because of what I was seeing, that's why I decided to put it at 1 to 2 for the meantime. That doesn't mean that I was just going for 1 to 2, even though because I slept off. At that time, that price hit my break-even level. Let me play out. At that time, that price hit my break-even level, I could have adjusted it, but because I slept off, it just went straight into my break-even, straight into my take profit. So when I just woke up, I just saw that price has already smashed my TP, and that was it. Clean trade for Monday. This was it. The trade was so clean. This trade was so clean. So this was the first trade, and the second trade I missed out in the morning. That was around London session open, and I took this trade. That was around Asia session, but I saw another setup that was on AUD Swiss franc around London session. So this was how that trade played out, and it went into 1 to 3. Let me drag it to 1 to 3, and you see it went straight into 1 to 3. As you can see, 1 to 3.10 thereabout. It was somewhere. It was a 1 to 3 clean trade, but I ended up with 1 to 2 for the day, and I don't take more than 2 trades in a day. So because of that, when I saw the AUD Swiss franc, I didn't want to take that setup, but I had a reason to take it. I had a reason that I should have taken that trade, but I missed out on that trade. Let me show you that one. I missed out on that trade because at that time my mother was calling me to come and tie the animal. Here in Ghana right now, we're in the raining season. So the rainy season, that's farming season. Everybody normally tie their goats in the community. You don't leave your animals to go and enter someone's farm. So our animals, my mother was calling me to come and tie them. So she was just pressuring me. So I just got up and left. And the animals too, they are not small. Like it's not, they are more than 10. Let me just say that they are more than 10. And they are pairing them two. So when I left and came back, price has passed my initial entry. Let me show you the chart. When I came back, price has passed my initial entry, so I drew out another level. I pulled out another level to enter from there, but price then tapped me in, so I updated my Telegram channel. Let me show you that trade. So this was the trade. When I came back, price has passed my initial level, which was at this point. This where I kept entering. That was where I was supposed to enter, but I told them that if price should pull back, there was an order block around here. If price should tap into that order block, I'll be selling. And now the next thing is price went straight into profit. Almost it went into 1:2. That's my break-even level. It went into 1:2, my break-even level. So I told them that for me, this trade, I'm out. Whether it pulls back or it doesn't pull back again, I'm not taking it again. So I'm done for the day, and this is the setup that I missed. And I've journaled the setup, and I've journaled the one that I took. This is the one I took. I also updated them on that one. The one that I took. Let me show you. I journaled that one. I don't know where it is right now. Okay, it should be here. I journaled that trade, and I just finished my 23 sample 3, and I just began my 23 sample 4. So the first trade of the 23 sample 4 was the one that I took the win, which is this USD JPY. So let me show you that. As you can see, I took it on the 4th of that's today, and I've journaled it, everything. And this was the screenshot before. This was when I entered. This was how I said when I entered. And you can see during the trade, that's when I normally break even, but because I slept off, I didn't break even. So I also have something to put there. And this is after the trade have played out, after the trade has given results. This is how I normally journal. I go to my remarks, the good and the bad. The good thing, it was a good setup, it was a clean setup, and I made something from it. And the bad aspect is that I did not capitalize on my minimum risk to reward, which is 1 to 3. That's the bad side. And the lesson here is, my lesson on this trade is that I should always go for my minimum risk to reward, which is 1.